Chicken Pops is the second segment of the fourth episode of the fourth season of Rugrats, and in this episode, Chuckie has the chicken pox. I will say, Chaz kind of did something really stupid because he woke up one morning and Chuckie had a rash, and he didn't know what it was, and he took Chuckie to Stu and Didi's where he was meant to be going for the day. They were all meant to be going on a trip, but he took Chuckie with a rash to a house where there are other vulnerable young children, and he didn't know it was chickenpox. That's a really stupid thing to do because it could have been a contagious infectious disease that was really damaging. Thankfully, it was just chickenpox, and Angelica lies and tells the babies that it means Chuckie is turning into a chicken. And the babies start to see signs of Chuckie being a chicken and start to, worry that it's going to happen. And Chuckie displays such incredible bravery. And the episode is all about being brave. And this is something that Chuckie normally doesn't display, but he does here. And I was really impressed with his character development and how the babies responded to him. I thought it was quite funny. There are a lot of chicken-based puns. For example, Phil calls him Clucky instead of Chuckie, which I rather liked. They feed him bird seed. There are other things that I won't spoil all of them, but I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a very, very well written episode, very well animated. Chuckie looked very blotchy. They didn't just go with a stereotypical red dot. A lot of children's cartoons will just do red polka dots to represent chickenpox, but actually Chuckie kind of looked very blotchy. It wasn't red, it was more that kind of pinky colour. And I was really impressed. I was really impressed with how well they animated the chickenpox. I don't think I've ever seen an animated show do them quite as effectively. So that's pretty impressive. And it flowed really well. Everything was really good. The only problem I had was Chaz taking his potentially seriously ill son to a house with other young babies. That's so irresponsible. I guess he panicked and didn't know what else to do. But imagine if it had been a really serious contagious disease and then he gave it to Phil and Lil and Tommy. It would have been disastrous. But how this episode ended, I rather liked it. I thought it was pretty entertaining. Definitely a quality episode and can help some young children to come to terms with chickenpox as well. I either never had chickenpox or I had the world's mildest case of chickenpox. It's not quite clear. But had I had chickenpox, this would have been a comfort, a support, something that made me feel like it was nothing to be feared. So definitely a good episode, and I think it's a good idea for the show to address chickenpox. And Chuckie was definitely the perfect choice as the protagonist.